As we seem to be discussing serpent-like dragon creatures within mythology, I guess it's a good time to travel to the Norse world and take a look at Nidhogg. Unlike Ladon, Nidhogg is certainly not a protector, quite the opposite to be honest. The name translates to mean malice striker, or he who strikes with malice. The Vikings used the word to refer to someone who had lost their honour and who had obtained the status of villain. So why does Nidhogg have this status within Norse mythology? Well, if we go by what's in the Prose Edda, then it's mostly due to the fact that Nidhogg can be found at the bottom of Yggdrasil, the world tree, chewing and gnawing away at its roots. The world tree is where all the 9 realms and the Norse cosmos can be found. If the tree falls, then the cosmos will fall back into chaos. There is also the idea that the roots of the world tree are actually keeping the serpent trapped like a prison, but when Ragnarok comes it will break free. Other than trying to destroy the only thing holding the universe together, Nidhogg is mentioned a few more times. In relation to how Nidhogg was seen by the Vikings, it was a dragon found in Hell, a part of the underworld known as Nastrond, the shore of corpses. This is where many of those responsible for the worst and most heinous crimes would end up. Once they washed up on these shores, their nightmares only really just began, as Nidhogg devours their corpses as punishment. The other story Nidhogg appears in can be found in the Poetic Edda, and it also involves Ratatoskr and the Wise Eagle. Now we know that Nidhogg resides at the bottom of the world tree, but at the very top is the Wise Eagle. Now these two absolutely despise each other, and that's because of our crafty little friend Ratatoskr, the messenger of the gods. When Ratatoskr isn't delivering messages, he enjoys nothing more than running up and down the world tree spouting lies between Nidhogg and the eagle, making up insults that the other supposedly said, pretty much trying to start as much trouble as possible. One day Nidhogg found these insults to be so offensive that he vowed he would kill the eagle, and in his anger he shook the foundations of the tree so hard that the entirety of the 9 worlds trembled. The shaking of Yggdrasil and Nidhogg being set free from its roots are what many considered to be 2 of the many signs of Ragnarok. For those of you wanting to know whether Nidhogg was a serpent or a dragon, it's depicted as both, and it's commonplace in many cultures to see dragons and serpents depicted as very similar, if not the same. If you have any thoughts or opinions that you'd like to share, then feel free to do so in the comments below. If you have enjoyed this video, then please consider leaving a thumbs up, as it really does help me and the channel. As always, I've been your host, Mythology and Fiction Explained.